Hi guys, welcome back. I am Stu and this is Barony Bridge for Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. An old redundant bridge is yours to develop into an amusement park. Objective: to have at least 1,200 guests in your park at the end of October, year 3, with a park rating of at least 600. So fairly straightforward goal then. 1,200 guests in 3 years shouldn't be a problem. Let's see, it's free to get in, so we're going to be charging for the rides. Oh, there you go. That looks like the land where we're able to build on, or the water we're able to build on, I should say. Looks like we've got we've got one entrance there, and we've got so we've got 2 entrances then. So guests are going to be coming at us from both sides. So one thing we need to be doing then is building things at both ends of the park fairly evenly. Okay, so I see the rides then. So we've got a merry-go-round. See what we got. We've got no transport rides. We've got a wooden coaster. We've got a dinghy slide, pirate ship, some boats, and some shops. So we've got a kiosk. So we're not going to research shops straight away then. So I think what we're going to do then is research thrill rides straight away, because we're going to try and get some decent flat rides in. Yeah, so I think then what I'm going to do then, I'm going to make a start on basic things like kiosks and toilets. So we'll build them both ends, and then what we could do is maybe build let's see, right, so we've got, if you look at the square there, that of land we can build on, or sea we can build on. Maybe build a path down to each corner, and then build on the inside of each part of that. I think that could be quite interesting. So I'm going to crack on building. I'll see you in a bit. It is September year 1, so I've built paths off to the side and then connected, forming a loop one side of the bridge. I filled the outside with what flat rides we have, so we're doubling up and even trebling up on some of them. The money's really starting to come in now, 2,000 and 3,000 per month on ride tickets, which isn't bad considering we haven't got any roller coasters. I've switched my research to shops, just so I've got a bit more variety, so I can fill these holes in the paths with some shops. And then I think what we'll do then, going into at some point in year 2, we'll switch research to roller coasters. We've only got wooden coasters so far and a dinghy slide. I've never really been fussed with the dinghy slides, and the wooden coasters are quite expensive, so I would like something a bit cheaper. I'm a bit mindful about building too many roller coasters quickly. After the last video, Haunted Harbour, where we built a load of coasters quite quickly, and then took all the money off the guests, and then a lot of them went home, and we had to reduce the prices of everything just to get them to stay. So but yeah, we should be fine. We've got over 800 guests. The scenario wants 1,200. So we'll complete this quite early in year 2. The hard part then is just keeping the guests in the park, but I can't see any problem with this. This is just like a bigger version of Paradise Pier. It is August year 2, and after saying I didn't want to build any wooden coasters because they were too expensive, I've ended up blowing a ton of cash on a wooden coaster, which is very expensive. It's a Mobius coaster, so it's one complete track, with 2 stations. So I'm just doing a bit of fine tuning, trying to get them synchronized. It's not too bad. Just waiting for the stats to come in. Just under 9 excitement, just over 9 intensity. Not bad at all. So we'll open that up then. Normally I wouldn't spend several months in the middle of an objective building a coaster that I'm not even sure is going to turn out okay, but we were not far off achieving the goal. I was a bit bored waiting for something exciting to unlock, so I thought I'd just have a go building one. So what have we got? Oh, there we go, we've got mine trains, they're pretty cool. Corkscrews, they're pretty cool. And as we're starting off at 9 almost, it won't take much in the way of another ride going through or around or over to push that up to over 9 excitement. Just 9 guests away from achieving the goal. Graham's going to make that 8. We've got just over a year left. It is March year 3, so I built another coaster here. It's a mine train. It comes out of the station, goes down under the paths and then up the chain lift, and then from there then it's just a case of let's put the right height on. So it's chain lift is height of 10, it goes down, another hill then 8, down, up, around the bend at 6, drops down to 4, around the bend, down, back up to 3. So all we're doing is just progressively going down and then back to the station. Excitement 6.42, but the main reason for building that was to boost the excitement of this one. So this boosted that up to 9.23. I've spent pretty much a year really either waiting for roller coasters to unlock or building this one here in the middle. So the guest numbers have stayed pretty much stagnant really. It's dipped slightly, but hasn't really done much. So I've switched my research now to thrill rides. We've researched all the roller coasters. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build the paths down similar to what I've done on the other side, and then I'm just going to build a ton of flat rides all over the place, and then that should help me smash the 1200 target and do the scenario nicely. So I'm going to crack on building. I'll see you in a bit. We are into October year 3. It's just a few weeks now until the end of the scenario. The objective wants 1200 guests in the park by the end of October year 3 with a park rating of at least 600. So we've got well over 1800 guests. Park rating is on maximum. The beginning of the year we had around 1100. So this year we've smashed it. Started off then, the first year, all we had to begin with was the bridge right the way through the middle. So there's an entrance this side and this side, so we've got guests coming at us from both sides of the screen. So what we've done then was we built paths off to the side and then connected them along the back, and then all I did then was just put down whatever flat rides I had, doubling up or trebling up. So that got us to within touching distance of the objective. So then during year 2 then I was waiting for some more exciting roller coasters to unlock. All we had was I think the wooden coaster and a dinghy slide. So in the end I got a bit bored, so I started building this wooden coaster here. It's a Mobius coaster, so both sides of the track are one complete coaster. So you start off in one station, and then you do your circuit, and then you end up in the next station. So as you can see now, we've got the orange on the right and the yellow on the left, and then when they finish their tour of the track, they will finish in opposite stations. I've got a little break on the top there, the yellow one went over, just to help synchronize. High excitement. On its own, the excitement was under 9, but then I built a mine ride around the outside. There's nothing fancy about this at all. It just goes around it, through it, a little over it, and then that helps buff the Mobius coaster. And then we were coming towards the start of year 3. We had around 1100 guests in the park. The park number of guests in the park was sort of plateauing slightly. So what I did was I put all my money into researching thrill rides, and then I built paths then down to this corner and that corner, and then connected them again, and then just built a load more flat rides, again doubling, trebling up. I built a dinghy slide down here. It's low excitement, but that's fine. The guests are all loving it. I've split the stations, so the boat comes up the chain lift empty. The guest gets on, they go around the track, and then they get off at the bottom. After that then, last couple of months, I've been building this vertical drop coaster. Again, nothing fancy with this at all. As you can see, the train goes down the drop. There's not even a holding brake. Just goes round, up through the path, photo section, around the bends, brake run at the end, back to the station. High 6s. If I was to build another one and synchronize them, that will easily push that over a 7. Just getting a bit of sick there. We don't want to drop our rating now. So after what happened with the previous scenario, where we sort of seemed to peak a bit too soon, and then we were chasing the guest figures then, trying to stop them leaving. This one, we started off well, and then took a bit of a break with the building then. Year 2, I just concentrated on building this one coaster here, and then year 3 then we rammed the rides out, and the guest numbers shot up. So I think we timed it perfectly. Finishing off really strong. Got plenty of space to fill with coasters, and we've achieved the objective. Fantastic. Ooh. There you go. You've achieved your objective with a company value of 324,000. Brilliant. So that's Barony Bridge done. Just pop a few balloons there. Okay, so I think I'm going to carry on playing this. There's plenty of space here for to build some more coasters in. I'd like to build something that synchronizes here. As I said earlier, there's nothing fancy with this one, so maybe the coaster I synchronize, I can do something, I don't know, maybe get a loop or get something connected. I'm not sure, but we'll have a play about. See what else we've got. We've got Hypercoaster. That could be interesting. I always stay away from bobsleigh coasters. It's very easy to kill people with them. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to try yet. Maybe the bobsleigh coaster. Okay, so I'm going to carry on building, and I'll see you in a couple of years in the future. Welcome to the future. Okay, so I've played on a bit, fill in this space here. I had a crack at a bobsleigh coaster, so I didn't let my fears get the better of me. I faced them, so I built the coaster, came back, the results came in. It was only about 2 or 3 excitement, so then I added an extra bit. So the first one I didn't have this bit above the station going down to the drop. It went straight from this chain lift up to these helixes, and then when the excitement came back low, I then rejigged it so it went out, came back round, went over the station, then went back down. And then when the results came back, then it was a 6, and then I built a mirror image, synchronized it to 6.4. So I was quite happy with that. I mean, it doesn't look fantastic, but you know, it's got good ratings and it's a good start. At least we can build a bobsleigh coaster quickly in future to offer a bit of variety in the parks. So then I also added a second vertical drop coaster. So this one now, and there you go. There's that one. It comes back round, and then it's going to go over the loop now. Loops over itself back round to the station. So that was good excitement, but it was quite long. It was 55 seconds, whereas the first one was only around 35. So I decided to try and lengthen that one, and I ended up getting them synchronized. But then the excitement of it dropped. It was around 7 point something to begin with, and then it ended up dropping down to about 4. So then I added in this second chain lift here, which takes it down to the loop over the mine train. I had to reprofile the mine train slightly to get it to fit, and I've got a break in the chain lift here. So what happens is the train stops. Well, it hasn't done it there. Sometimes it stops because of the block sections, and then it helps time it so that the train is there whilst the vertical drop is going through the loop. So that was quite cool. And then when that came back, then the results 9. So I was a bit the results hadn't come in yet, but the vertical G's and the came back, and they were both in the red. So I was a bit worried that it was going to be awful, but then when it came back with the excitement over 9, I was very happy with that. So that's 2 coasters we've got now over 9 in the park, because we've got the Mobius coaster here that we built, and with the extra rides that we've built going through it and over it, etc., that's been boosted up to 9.52. So I'm quite happy with them, and yeah, that's I think we can call it a day now with this park. I think it's at a nice level of being filled. I don't think it's overfilled. I haven't crammed too many coasters into the middle. What have we got? We got 2, 4, 5, and then either 6 or 7, depending on whether you're counting the Mobius coaster as 1 or 2. So yeah, I think that's not a very high amount of coasters for this game, so I'm quite happy with that. It's quite a nice level to play on. You've got quite a lot of space. It's although it is over water, I mean water's flat, so it's quite easy to build. You don't have to stick with the bridge. I mean, I've cordoned the bridge off with no entry signs. So yeah, it's quite easy, quite a fun scenario. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and leave any feedback or questions in the comments, and I'll answer those. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.